The next decision for Baltimore would then on whether, who edited this? The next decision for Baltimore would then on whether to place the non-exclusive franchise tag or the exclusive franchise tag. The exclusive franchise tag, last used in 2021 by the Cowboys on Dak Prescott, ensures Jackson cannot negotiate with any other teams in free agency, and it will cost the Ravens around $45 million in 2023. $45 million. Daniel Jones is asking for more than that, FYI. It will cost the Ravens around $45 million in 2023. The average of the top 5 prior year salaries at QB at the conclusion of this offseason restricted free agent signing period on April 21st. So again, that's the average of the top 5 prior year salaries. And Daniel Jones is asking for even more than that. But no one's saying anything. He could just ask for whatever. No one cares. It's not polarizing. It's not, shaking up the timeline. It's not leading the 4-letter network shows. Like it's not debate fodder. Whatever, man. Should Baltimore decide to use the non-exclusive tag on Jackson, it will cost the team $32.4 million in 2023, and both sides will have until July 17th to reach a long-term deal. Jackson is permitted to negotiate a contract with another team on a non-exclusive tag, and the Ravens would have the right to match the contract or trade Jackson for 2 first-round picks. Okay, this is the important piece right here. So, Lamar can negotiate a contract with another team with this non-exclusive tag. And even if they can't work it out, he'll be a lot less with 32.4 as opposed to the 45 with the exclusive franchise tag. Now, I'm sure there's some ways to move that stuff around in terms of cap numbers and all of that stuff. But in regards to this is the part where I think the Ravens, if they're being honest with themselves, this is the best case scenario. This is the best case. Because you get the non-exclusive tag and you and let me just come off this thing that says Derek Carr because we're done with Derek Carr. Impromptu Lamar talk, right? So let's say they do this, the non-exclusive tag. Now you're allowed till July to reach a long-term deal. In that meantime, Lamar can go seek a contract from another team. So here's where you could truly see the value. Let's say they do this, right? They're still probably far apart in terms of the Ravens and Lamar Jackson as opposed to what he wants. Now this allows Lamar to go see, can I really go get $250 guaranteed? Can I go get $300 guaranteed? Does anyone want to pay me more than anybody else in regards to fully guaranteed money? And then he could come back to Ravens and say, see, Arthur Blank and them are willing to give me $250. What you want to do? Because that's clearly what this is. I think in all the cat and mouse in this negotiation process is that the Ravens are banking on that nobody else is going to give Lamar this fully guaranteed money. They want to keep making us and Lamar and future players in this league think that, the Browns jumped so far out the window. Jimmy Haslam and all of them jumped so far out the window that that's an anomaly. That's an outlier. Don't take that serious. We're not changing the way we do business. Oh, word. All it takes is one owner. Deshaun Watson was able to find that one owner, and he spurned Arthur Blank in the process. Don't forget that piece of it. Deshaun was thought to go be a Falcon. Then the Browns had to go and say, you know what, $230 fully guaranteed. Oh, I got to shake. I got to shake over to Cleveland, bro. Left the A to go to Cleveland. Arthur Blank's going to let this happen to him 2 years in a row? Where he can find an answer at a quarterback? He's going to let Lamar walk away? He going to get that $250. You give Arthur Blank a chance to get a do-over from what happened last year? I mean, Desmond Ridder, dog? Come on now. And they have the weapons. We know that. With Drake London and Pitts and all them RBs, good old line, weapons are there. Whether it was Deshaun Watson, nasty man, or whether you can go get Lamar this offseason, that's a huge upgrade and put you in the mix. We just talked about how that division's wide open, that the Saints with Derek Carr are kind of sort of in the mix for being the best in that division already. You're the Falcons. You got spurned by Deshaun Watson because you didn't want to give him the fully guaranteed money that the Browns jumped out the window and gave him. You going to let that happen again? When it's Lamar? You can't let this happen twice. If I'm Arthur Blank, I'm good for it in terms of the bread. Like, we got it. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here where we don't want to pay someone that's top tier money? What are we doing? I understand the narrative of the Browns that it doesn't mean everyone else should do it. I get it. But you know what? What if that's the future? Okay? What if that's it? If ever there was a position in the NFL to be fully guaranteed in terms of paying exorbitant amounts of money, it would be the quarterback position. This doesn't mean that now all of a sudden centers are going to get guaranteed money. That's not what this means. That doesn't mean place kickers are not going to get fully guaranteed money. That's not what this means. The NFL union would never be that strong. But in regards to if you are going to get fully guaranteed money to a position in football, it would be the quarterback. So why are teams bucking against the notion that, well, we can't give quarterbacks fully guaranteed money? We're not asking you to give, the slot receiver fully guaranteed money. We're not asking you to do that. But we know the emphasis that's been placed on quarterbacks. Daniel Jones is going to get 40 plus M's. Where do you think the market's going? It's going to continue to go up. So if Baltimore is smart, do the non-exclusive, have Lamar go prove that he can go get a fully guaranteed contract, and if he comes back with one, then it's on you. Because you're calling his bluff right now. But you're doing it in a nasty way to me, because doing it with the exclusive tag, to me is, we don't believe you can get one, but just in case you can, we're just going to lock you up so you can't go find that one. Like, that to me is like, look, I'm very much against a lot of the salary structures and some of the CBA stuff and some of the stuff that's been agreed upon by the NFLPA. This right here is the most clear example of, even if we think you can get it, we don't want you to get it. So we're going to lock you into the salary so you got no choice. You got no choice. Because the non-exclusive tag only benefits teams in the front end in terms of you only get to pay him, you see this amount here, 32.4 mil, as opposed to 45. But then it extends the window to negotiate a long-term deal. So if you feel you're close to getting that long-term deal, then you could do the non-tag, you could do the non-exclusive. And then if, the deal goes bad, or both sides can never agree, then you can flip them and get 2 firsts for them. But in regards to this, man, like, I really feel as though the Ravens should do the non-exclusive. Go get your 2 firsts. Go get 2 firsts from the Falcons. Now, with Lamar, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, all them RBs in a good old line, that pick is going to be, high teens into the 20s. But, if your front office is worth a damn, you could flip that. You could turn that into something. There's nothing wrong with having multiple picks in the first round. So it remains to be seen if that happens, but I really feel as though that right there could be something to keep an eye on, because whether or not they do that, I think the Ravens should do the right thing. And again, I know that's asking a lot because it's the NFL and it's sports and it's business. But even for them, I think it's good, because getting 2 firsts, you were probably going to get 2 firsts anyway for Lamar. But, I mean, do you really want all these extra picks? Like, you would also have to give up, maybe have to give up some pieces too. Like, they're like, no, just give me my 2 firsts and you can move on, bro. You found Arthur Blank wants to give you $250 guarantee. Fine, give my 2 firsts and have a nice day. Have a blast. Have a blast in the A. Go ahead. What's the negative to the Ravens doing the non-exclusive tag? You're guaranteed to get 2 firsts. Yes, you could potentially, if you negotiate right and you find a sucker of all suckers, maybe you could get more than that in a trade for Lamar. Maybe. That's not guaranteed. Maybe. This isn't the NBA. We could throw around 5 second-round picks left and right. Like, I don't think it's guaranteed that they're gonna find a team. You know, the Rams went out there and said, F all them picks, and now look at them. They got that one chip. So it worked per se, but now look, salary cap hell. You know, McVay was on the verge of retiring. Aaron Donald's been thinking about retiring, and now they're trying to move Jalen Ramsey. So, like, it's good for that 1 year when it works. But then what's the aftermath of that?